All right, so we got something that you didn't see coming out here. Like, you were trying to mind your business. You thought you were on your upswing. You thought you were in your for my highest greatest good moment, and they're just talking about justice and balance finding you in the way of almost like a blind side. You did not see it coming, but they're saying it's here now, and what are you going to do with it? We do have the decision card out here, and this is all about your choice. Now, the choice is not necessarily about a person outside of yourself, but there are talking about how people around you have been forcing your hand with this decision that you're making. Now, this decision directly has to go into your inward journey. It directly goes into your self-love. It directly goes into some of your anxieties and fear, not only surrounding yourself, your abilities, but also relationships in general, whether that be close bonded relationships, soul family relationships, romantic, platonic. It doesn't necessarily matter. They're just talking around the scope of love and relationship. And it's particularly self-love. This is kind of what you're having a little bit of a struggle with, and this is time to break the cycle. And the problem that you're facing right now is, and a little bit of this oh my goodness moment, is that you didn't realize that this was still an issue, and you didn't realize that this person was mirroring to you what you needed to fix. And that is a hard pill to swallow, is what Spirit's saying. In the past, you would have felt left out, or like you didn't matter, or nobody cared, or what you had going on wasn't important. It's this lack mindset, but you continue to push through it. And they're just talking about you have determination within you, and they're just calling for a time for you to go back inward. So this is not your first inward journey. This is one of many, is what they're saying. This is not the first time that you've done this. But they are saying if you can find yourself in everything, then what you're going to end up finding is your passion again. What you're going to end up finding is your spark, because they're saying that for some of you, that's been missing for a while. Like, you're going through the motions and you know it's what you want to do, but you're just not feeling it. You're not in the moment loving every second of it. You're not like, oh my God, this is exactly what I want to do. And the last three cards are here are very interesting, because they're talking about on the back side of this, should you, because right now you're bridging the gap in decision time. You're choosing what you want to do. You know, do I want to go like this? Do I want to ignore it? Do I want to repeat a cycle? Do I want to? And it's just this back and forth. And they're just saying, hurry up and make your choice. Doesn't matter what you choose. You'll get another choice in the end, but they're just saying to choose and get moving. And your get moving is to pause and go inward and really start taking a deep dive in self. This has you so fucking head heavy. But the last three cards out here are all about the bright side. Like all about what you're gaining. There's nothing about what you're losing out here. It's all about what you're gaining. So we have the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the King of Wands in a bridge. And the fact that I have two masculine energies on this table right now makes me feel like you are a masculine, or at least at very least you are a feminine stuck in her masculine. But I'm going to be real honest, it really is pulling me towards the masculines here, like my divine masculines. And they're just talking about how you have the chance, like once you kind of do this, you have the chance to not only capture your flame, not only capture your spark of intuition, your spark of inspiration, but you're going to lay it down. Like, you are going to lay it down and put it to work. You are going to be building something. For some of you masculines out here, you are very career oriented and you have an overarching goal in mind. And they're just talking about this is going to be fast movements. Once this flame is stoked, it is going to be fast movements towards what you've been working for, what you've been hoping for. But you have to clear out some things first, and some things are your baggage. And I hate to say it, some things are the way you judge yourself. Some things are the situations that you put up with, and they're just talking about this Queen of Wands energy. It's also after having gone through that look, that inward glance at yourself, it's actually about how are you gonna keep moving forward, because in this last three cards it's all about forward fast movement, but they're talking about how you're gonna do that and maintain your boundaries, because that's what's going to be important. This Queen of Wands energy is here to remind this masculine, you're not to sacrifice yourself. You are not the sacrificial lamb. You are not the option here. You're the main course. You're not a side dish. And they're just talking about, for somebody out here, they need to go all the way to their boundaries, but not cross them, and feel comfortable reinforcing them and listening to their intuition too. Because we do have both the king and the queen out here, and they're talking about you finally being able to balance between both. So I do feel like you might have been heavier in one or the other more naturally, and they're just talking about now's the time to utilize both, and not just one, as you've done in the most recent past. But this is all good things out here. This is not anything bad, but they are just bringing you to breaking your cycle. And what did I just say about balance? It's all about balance, and this is you leaving that old mindset behind. This is you moving on to better things. And they just talked about how you've continuously hurt yourself. 5:50 on the clock. You've continuously hurt yourself. And they're just talking about you've been doing this for a while. And we got more Wands energy out here. We got the Page of Wands that just popped out. And they're just talking about how this is really going to be like a big push for you. Like, this is going to be a big push for you. You have to go inward, and your child self is going to get acknowledged, and you're going to be moving with the whole gang. We have mom, dad, and child self here, and they're just talking about how your hard work is not going to be in vain. We have the 8 of Wands out here, balanced, forward, fast movement. What did I just say? It's going to come in hot and it's going to come in fast, but you have to go inward first. This is that inner work that you've been doing. This is that inner work that you need to put and make a priority, because for some of these masculines out here, you have not made yourself a priority. You have made others a priority in the fact that you don't work on you, but you provide for the family. You don't work on you, but you do this for the wife. You don't work on you, but no. Now this is your time to pause and to work on you. 6:56 on the clock. This is your time to do what you need to do to be the best you. They want you in balance for what you're trying to bring in, because the universe is really, like, your team, your guides, the universe, they're really excited for you to bring in this new creative beginning, this new fiery passion that is going to light and stoke your fire and have you out here all excited and ready to wake up for work. They want to give you this, but they're just talking about, in order for it to hit your doorstep, like your front door, in order for this to come find you in a balanced state, you need to be balanced when you put that energy out. So they're just talking about, you need to clear some stuff up. You need to get right again. You need to break some bad habits, some bad patterns. Do not be surprised if some people that you've been surrounding yourself with aren't really for you, because once you start enforcing your boundaries, and what did I just say, aren't for you, and you're going to have some troubles. We got the 5 of Wands out here. You might be dealing with some troubles, but they're just talking about this is necessary, because where you have struggles and where you have strife, you also find the people who are going to pick up swords together. And this is bringing me back to the Web of Norn, how everything is kind of put together and laced together. Sure, they're fighting, and this is you grabbing your wand there. Sure, they're fighting, but you're not stuck anymore. This is you untrapping yourself. This is you making it so that way you're no longer stuck and a victim. You're not a victim of anything. This is you taking charge of your life again. This is you getting back on that high horse and heading off for victory. You have all the tools you need. Nothing out on this table tells me you do not have the tools you need. You have what you need. Now, what are you going to do about it? Bye, guys.